And I think we are live. Alive and kicking. Good evening. I always struggle. Like, what's your preferred way of calling you? Because I've seen some of you were calling you fox, some of you were calling a giraffe, but like, what's your preferred way of calling your name? Fox is fine. What's the story behind Fox, by the way? I'm not sure you've ever told the story, but I'm not sure if we are the only ones online so far. But I'm just gonna make a slow intro into what is the plan for today. Now, the fact that I have a gasoline bottle in my hand is no coincidence. The plan is to set things on fire today. Essentially, the whole idea of this story is just to explore all kinds of cool places around Knox County, and yeah, just basically destroy them. I am having a feeling, by the way, that the weather is getting nicer outside, and I think there's going to be less and less people watching streams, which is completely understandable. Go spend some time outside rather than in front of your computers. This is our character, Daryl. I am actually quite shocked that it's been already almost 300 zombies killed. Fast giraffe and self-irony. I see that. And I am not far away from the Irvington shopping mall center. Shopping area. So once my character wakes up, I'm going to be heading out there to clear some of the zombies, find some loot, and then break into the army supply store. That's the concept. Hey guys, good evening to you. Good evening. Now I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have my third coffee, and like 30 minutes before the stream was starting, I was telling Mrs. Gertrix that I am so sleepy. This is not gonna be a this is not gonna be a good one. But I got some energy back, so hopefully it's gonna be fun. In case you're wondering why there is snow outside, I did modify the start date. We are currently in the 10th of November. So 11th of November is tomorrow in the game. Who knows what happened on November 11th? It's a pretty significant date, especially for Europe, but even globally, I would say. I gotta get myself organized also, give me a moment. So last time we were looking for a welder's mask, because that's very important if I want to get inside of the army supply store, right? Because it's behind bars, but now I should be able to get in there. And of course, last time the main struggle was finding a functioning car, which I managed to do with all the essential tools that are required to keep it running, basically. You guys probably know me good enough that you know that I'm not really comfortable with fighting in the dark. So let's just spend some time on reading before it gets nicer outside. November 11th is the beginning of the carnival season. Is it? Well, I was actually referring to... Isn't that the Armistice Day? That's when the World War I ended. But what kind of carnival are you referring to? Alright, good enough. Firebomb, not a fuel bomb. Firebomb. I need rags. I need to... hold on, one sec. Rip some clothing. Does it really? But you're referring to like the holiday season. See, I didn't know that. I mean, I always learn new things from you. Which is pretty great. I got 2 fire bombs. I gotta say, I recently became a bit tired, like this little bit tired of playing the Ark, so I am actually looking forward to this game because it's again back to classic Zomboid. So whoa, hello there. So something I'm more familiar with. Not so many unpleasant surprises. Things are very predictable. You know what to expect. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. It's not that bad. It's not great. The zombie numbers here, but it's also not terrible. Good evening, Blight. Whoa. Gertrix, don't look at the chat when fighting. This is a recipe for disaster. Is there a fence? Yeah, hold on. I'm stupid. Why am I fighting them in the open? I should just use the fence. Pointless. That was completely pointless. Don't look at the chat. Nothing important happened. Like it is, like very important things are happening here. Like, let's be serious. That's the whole point of this stream, isn't it? Wow, they are really slow. Too easy. I think I want to take this trailer also, you know. Yeah, they're super slow. I'm not sure if it's the cold or something, but they are really slow. Hey, Miniok. Yeah, I need a monster because I didn't have my third coffee today, and right before the stream I was like really slow. But then I was watching that sci-fun video and it kind of made me feel a bit better. I found this amazing Polish YouTube channel. Apparently it's like huge and like over a decade old, and I just found it yesterday. And it's basically a guy who's explaining lots of stuff around like science and doing all kinds of scientific analysis of things. Actually, the channel the video that was proposed to me in my feed was a video about the Titan expedition. You guys are probably know what Titan was. It was that submersible that that was trying to reach Titanic, and it just imploded on the way there, and it was built in a in a way that's like, you know, very homemade DIY garage level stuff. Yeah, the Logitech controller sub. And the guy was the whole video was like 4 hours long. It was broken down into 3 separate episodes, and he broke down completely everything, and it was like really, it was very informative, very scientific in a sense that he was explaining all the different aspects, but it was also made in a way that it was actually fun and engaging. And that's what I watched yesterday. And before the stream, hey Achilles, and before the stream today, I was actually watching a video he made breaking down the movie The Core. Do you guys know this movie? It was a movie that they were essentially trying to reach the core of Earth to restart it using nuclear weapons because it stopped for some reason, and he was just breaking down all the all the inaccuracies scientifically in the movie. And oh man, I was laughing so hard. It was such a great video. Obviously it's only funny for Polish people because it's all in Polish, but still it was a lot of fun, and it kind of gave me a bit of new energy. Massive stuff. And turns out the guy has like over a million subscribers, and is pretty huge. Is that a bathroom? Oh, here's the light. Really stupid way to hide the light. Now the reason I am hiding in the toilet is because I want to use all these leather straps to add some extra padding to all the clothing that I have. You guys know me, you know I love tailoring, and that it's an amazing skill, super useful, so it's my guilty pleasure movie. It's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. I found a channel which does like the whole Attack on Titan story in 4 hours. Attack on Titan is absolutely peak. I love it. Turtleneck. No, stop, stop. I wanted to put the padding on the neck first. Okay, now I can go. Now I feel much safer. And while I'm at it, might as well disassemble all these computers here, right? After all, electrical level 3, I'm gonna have to reach it at some point to operate the generator. Bye! Yeah, I haven't seen any, neither actually. The thing is, I really don't watch a lot of stuff. I am, when it comes to media, general media, I am a typical, I would say, post-streaming consumer. Because I think, you know, I'm almost 40. I'm actually turning 40 this year, so... Like, this month, actually. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, when I started, obviously, TV was a thing. Cable. Like, VHS tapes. That's how you consumed media. Then, we got cable. And on-demand TV. And then, like, things shifted to streaming, right? So you got Netflix and all the other streaming services. I am, as a consumer, even though I was raised in a TV/VHS era, I am 100% post-streaming. I almost only watch YouTube. The only streaming services that I pay for Netflix because my mom uses my account. And it's just convenient for her. I mean, it's entertainment that she needs in her life. And the rest, the only streaming services that I actually pay for, I pay for them only to have access to live sports. I don't even know what is that, Blade. Oh, look at this. I can already see in the army surplus store, I can already see they have Alice suspenders. So I am going to be moving from the fanny pack into Alice suspenders, which is great. Oh, I cannot wait to this store. If we want to, pirating is free if you don't live in Germany. Pirating is free everywhere. It's just a matter of, you know, risking getting caught. Now that you remind me, Fox, I do have Amazon Prime also, but that's only because I subscribed to it because it was dirt cheap. I pay like 12 euros for the entire year. So yeah, but I don't watch it at all. I just have it. The thing is, it's so cheap, it doesn't make sense to cancel it. And I might add, we're not doing almost like any shopping online using Amazon. I think if we buy something once a year using Amazon, that's everything. We have a in Poland we have a local e-commerce operator, which is called Allegro. And most of the e-commerce goes through there, not through Amazon. Amazon tried hard to kind of get into the Polish market, but they failed. They couldn't beat Allegro. But anyways, yeah, I am willing to pay a lot for live sports. That's what I'm doing. But not for But we're talking about streaming media. And Allegro doesn't have any streaming. They don't stream stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the military supply store. Your one-stop shop for all things survival. Now, I already got some decent things survival-wise, but I am definitely looking for more. So I can see that the mannequin has Alice suspenders, which is absolutely great. Oh, look at this. This looks familiar. This looks very familiar. I've been wearing these gas masks for quite a while now. In the Ark. I don't necessarily need a lot of... I don't need a lot of clothing. So I'm just gonna take a few spare items, which I think might be useful. Padded jacket is a bit of overkill, but long johns are always nice to wear. Ammo! Now all the ammo goes into... Is this one empty? Yeah, all the ammo will go into the in the trunk. Military jacket has a better protection than leather jacket? Did you guys know that? Because I didn't. Can you add padding to it? You can actually. Holy shit. I didn't know that. Yes. An angle-headed flashlight. Water ration cans. No, water is not going to be a problem. Yes. Great books. More books. I think I should start to use firearms more now since I have the aiming books, right? What do you think? Canteen. So sweet. I'm gonna take these. You never know. Reloading. So guys, who's familiar with the store? Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. Your favorite PZ teacher. Never thought of myself this way, but that's nice of you. How am I? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. We've actually managed to reach the first point of interest in this whole road trip, which is the Irvington Army supply store. And I am absolutely taking advantage of that. Weird. Doesn't let me... Oh, maybe I'm out of... Oh, because I'm out of thread. Okay, that explains it. Now, I'm not gonna be speedrunning this. I am really trying to take it slow. There's really no point in doing things too fast. Ooh, okay. Which one is better in terms of the choke tubes? The full one or the improved one? I honestly don't know. Well, I'm not saying like I'm trying to undervalue myself. I'm really happy that you found the really useful. And it's such a great game. Like, look, you started late November. How many hours do you have at this point? I'm gonna put a shotgun in the glove box. Of course it makes sense, right? Now, what my biggest issue with this car, it's amazing, but storage space is gonna be a huge problem. 150 is already a lot. Are you jumping on 4218 when it drops, or do you have your... I don't have any meaningful save right now that I would really be very passionate about. So I will hopefully be able to continue this one once an update drops. Which could be, foolish. Shit. Well, the problem is that I am already out of space. And okay, I'm carrying tons of stuff, which I really shouldn't. But this is kind of... Ah, hold on. Shit, I forgot. Trailer, right? There's a trailer over here. I just gotta detach it. Here is some... extra space. Exactly. See, exactly. So we thought of the same thing. We thought of exactly the same thing. So I'm just gonna store all the ammo in the trailer. It's gonna be my... combat trailer. All the guns and ammo go there. But I gotta move these cars first. Yeah, so about the updates, there's an interesting pattern recently in the game updates, because we used to have one once a month, once 5 weeks. Now it started to become, you can just push the trailer. What do you mean? How can I push the trailer? Seriously? Ah, with your car. No, I want to do it I want to do it the right way, especially that I think I have effortless towing. Yeah, I do have effortless towing, because since I was expecting this to be more of a nomadic lifestyle, I was expecting that at some point I am going to... Oh, Jesus Christ. I was expecting that at some point I'm going to be using a trailer. So in order to make that more functional, I just decided to add effortless towing. So towing is easy right now. Towing your, like, non-modded game is just a disaster. Ah, shit, hold on. My headphones disconnected for a moment there. There, I am back. Okay, good. I cannot play without audio. I cannot imagine playing a character that's deaf. That is so difficult. Good evening to you. Going back to my side quest about the game updates, they started to release the game updates more frequently. So I think you're onto something. With the frequency, it's very possible that we're gonna get something within the next days or so. But I also noticed that they usually release on, like, earlier in the week, And it's been some bank holidays here and there. So, I think they are UK based, right? So, there was a bank holiday in the UK today. How do I know? Well, that's because I work for the UK office. And everyone was off. I was the only schmuck that was working. And then again, there was a bank holiday for me on Friday, and they were working. But I managed to catch up on stuff. I think Foggy was asking on Discord today how to open doors from outside of the car. So, in case you don't know, you can access the interior of your car if you just press V, open the radial menu, and this way you can open the doors, and this allows you to access whatever's inside your car. It's not a secret, but it's not potentially a common knowledge for everyone, so yeah. Alright, let's keep it coming. What else do I need? I need to get into the back. Obviously, this is going to be... Oh, hold on. I cannot disassemble this. Shit, alright. I gotta get through... Gotta get inside through the back then. Wait. Okay, so I'm just gonna prove now that there are tons of things which I don't know. Normally, I am using simple lockpicking to get through these doors. But shouldn't I be able to get through them somehow? A blowtorch? Because, like, there's gonna be a lot... There's gonna be a lot of ammo back there, and I would really love to have access to it. Only a sledgehammer. Thank you, Achilles. See, so that's the thing. I don't have a sledgehammer, or key, obviously. I don't have a key also. That's a problem. Yeah, I can disassemble the other doors. I mean, so I can get inside, but those are metal doors. So I need my... what are these? I need these two. So I can at least get into this storage area. I cannot get into the locked area, basically. Unless somehow... I'll find the key. Or maybe, you know, you never know. Maybe one of these zombies will have the key. This is Irvington. Oh, come on, jump over the fence already. No keys, guys, no keys. Oh, don't tell me I am... No, I'm not out of... Yeah, I just want to disassemble this. There it is. awkwardness of isometric view. Oh, guys, still plenty of ammo. Probably more than I would be able to... More than I can even use, realistically speaking. And that last piece, let's just forget about it. Still, this store is an absolute goat. Like, now all of this that's in the trailer, that's the entire haul from the store. 35 kilograms of stuff. Not to mention all the books and stuff, which are also nice. Now, I am going to the nerd shop right now. And I was hoping to find this. I am a wizard. But I also must say, it's actually quite empty. Trials of Tanglewood. It's really empty this time. Not many comic books spawned. But the Wizard's Hat is just... Wizard Hat on its own is worth visiting this place. And I gotta grab some... Whoa, sorry. I have to find some water. I mean, I don't need to find it. I know where to get it, but yeah, I need water. Most of the nerds would survive the outbreak because they are all just locked up in their basements. Look at these, so much fresh food. The thing is, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna survive on junk food. Very healthy. And remember always, guys, make sure to disassemble extractor hoods, and if you have, also the it's so hard to click. Yeah, it's much easier. There we go. They give tons of XP for electrical extractor hoods, industrial ovens, but not these ones, different ones. These like bigger ones, they are also man, this is getting on my nerves. Okay, you know what, screw it. I'm not gonna be wasting my time trying to put something apart. That's okay. I'll find those experience points somewhere else. Survive on Doritos and Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is horrible for you. That thing is just like, from a health perspective, it's a complete disaster. Now the problem is, I was hoping also to check the mall, the Gigamart. I mean, before I go. But I am too tired to do that, so I guess I should just start torching things. And hope that the fire will not spread to the Gigamart before I leave. Because, you know, the Gigamart still might have a lot of... It's definitely gonna have supplies, which I'm going to be needing. You know, stuff like canned food. Maybe some magazines and stuff. No, you know what? I'm gonna come back here tomorrow. I'm gonna loot the Gigamart and then I'm gonna torch everything. So both the stores and the Gigamart. We are in no hurry. There is nothing that I need to get to urgently. No appointments. There we go. And I forgot to check the garage yesterday. Well, not yesterday, previously. Nothing really. Why torch them? The question is not why torch them. The question would be why not? Hold on, a book. Before I go. Where's the maintenance one? Here. Torching them just for the pure pleasure, you know. The glory of Satan. And the stream just got demonetized. Oh! Is that an axe that I can borrow? Ah, crappy hatchet. Hmm. Give a man a break. Thank you. Very tired. Can barely think straight. I know something about it. A few days ago, Mrs. Gertrix, who's like sitting next to me, came up with this amazing idea that we should go running together. It's not that bad. She had this amazing idea that we should go running together. Now, that's when I understood the meaning of can barely swing a weapon. And we didn't even run for that long and that much. It was like, what, 4 kilometers? Yeah, and it wasn't all running all the time. It was part running, part walking, or like more like marching. Run, walk, run. Run, forest. I did my best. She said she was very proud of me after all. Moonstruck Yume, hello to you as well. November the 11th. So this is November the 11th is actually official Independence Day in my country. Oh yeah, you are. Nice. I'm not sure what was wrong last time, but I can see you. So seems you're all good now. What do you think, guys? Is there anything specific that I should be looking for in the... Where am I going? In the Gigamart? After gardening yesterday, even looking straight ahead was hard. I can honestly believe that. I don't have really much experience in working like in the garden, but I can imagine how much of an effort that is and how much work it is. A guy I know ran at an 80-kilometer, 4-kilometer elevation. Like, yeah. So like these are all these kind of Ironman, ultra marathon people. Yeah. Don't give my wife any ideas, okay? Do not give her any ideas. That was my dog. He's kind of a stream regular at this point. Okay. At the Gigamart. What should I be looking for? What do you think? Speaking of all these fancy runs and kind of, you know, like competitions when you run insane distances and stuff. I had a friend at work who was doing OCR, which is essentially obstacle course racing, and he was also like doing stuff which are similar to marathons. He was insanely fit. Like he wasn't well built, but he was insanely fit. Like he could run for hours and barely break a sweat. Bartek. A few more. What were you doing, Miniok? I'm this friend. Fuck off, you're not. Bro, the only running you're doing if you need to chase a freaking tram. Oh look, so nice of them. They just decided to congregate around the corpses of their fallen fellow, you know, zombies. They completely ignored me. The guy was doing OCR, and it was basically like playgrounds for adults, basically, because, you know, you mix running with climbing on ladders and swinging on hoops and, you know, jumping over large walls. So it's like the stuff we used to do as kids in playgrounds, but just, you know, extrapolated when it comes to difficulty. $100 beats per minute. Yeah, so I mean, if you build up the endurance through long-term running, then you're essentially able to function at nearly minimal levels of, you know, like heart rate. If you're able to do physical activity and, you know, still stay at around like low 3-digit heart rate, you're probably gonna live very long. Because then that means that your heart rate when you're resting is like nothing at all. You're like a fish. Alright, let's see what I can find here. I am definitely not taking any fresh food. I might grab something quickly. I think box of batteries is actually not a bad idea for a nomadic lifestyle. I'm not grabbing any of the fresh food. I might have something quick to eat, like a quick bite of something. But beyond that, I am just going to mostly focus on... And I think, now that I think of it, I think I actually already were here. Was or where? I already was here. I was already here. That's the structure that I was looking for. So I'm just gonna grab all the non-perishable. Maybe some pasta, you know. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to cook like a stew somewhere. You never know. I do have a lot of space in the trailer, so... Eee. Yeah, I definitely was here already. Yo, but look at this. There is barely any cans and stuff. There's mostly just... oh, hold on. I didn't check the storage area in the back. Milk, because it doesn't get bad, which is also something I completely do not take a mop. Yes, and give the mop to a monkey. There are no monkeys. Hmm? That's 100% an inside joke. The only people who would actually understand this joke is Miniok, Mrs. Gertrix, who is over here, and Miniok's wife. More milk. Your character need... Yeah, it's that was the only moment when I could actually wear a wizard's hat in public and not worry about being, you know, shamed by people. So I'm just going to take this opportunity. I took a box of, like, batteries. There it is. That was a very long time ago. Really scary long time ago. Like, you know, to a level in which you start to question reality. Yo, if I would find the katana, I wouldn't dare to use it. I would just cherish it, not use it at all. I would be just worried I'm gonna, you know, dull the blade. Pick admin, only missing the katana. Hey, in fact, that was my outfit in the server. You're right. I had a robe, a wizard's hat, and a katana. As you can see, I am spending some time reorganizing my stuff. Almost there. I'm gonna quickly drive around the back just to park my trailer and the car near the back door, the loading room over here. Whoop. So I can grab rest of the supplies here. Besides, there are huge dumpsters here. Always go dumpster diving, because you never know what you're going to find. And in this case, I actually found an item I can disassemble, but beyond that, nothing. Okay, that wasn't a very good dive. Really poor one. And I didn't take them up. I remember, Miniok. I'm gonna grab it in a moment. Mavi boy, loving the Ark playthrough. I'm not sure if you're still here or if you just dropped by to say that. I am loving it and hating it at the same time. That thing gets on my nerves much more than I would really expect. Wait till you see episode 9. Some of you already seen it. I've made I mean, the mistakes that I've made there, just next level. Oh, we got a heli. Great timing, huh? When the next Ark episode is on the channel? Tomorrow. So the schedule for the Ark is Tuesdays, Fridays, and one of the weekend days. So the tomorrows and the Fridays ones are already recorded and uploaded. The Sunday one, the weekend one, is not yet recorded. I will be... Where's the mop? Where was the mop? Here it is. Where's the mop? I will be recording that probably sometime this week. Yeah, things you can say both in Project Zomboid and as a homeless person. Exactly that. No, but honestly, dumpster diving is really a good strategy, because there is really lots of useful things in dumpsters. You'd be surprised. Don't remind me. But I must say, when I finally found the truck and managed to get it moving, it was very rewarding. Like, I actually started to sing out of excitement, so yeah, go figure. I was worried this is gonna happen. This is not great, but not terrible. In fact, I should maybe start materializing my plan. Oh, look at this. See you too. Am I this overloaded? A little bit, okay. Alright, so I think it's time to torch this. That's why I came here in the first place. Just don't torch yourself in the process. We're gonna have an Imhotep moment. Imhotep. Imhotep. Oh, come on! Are you serious? Leave my car alone. Get yourself your own. I spent enough time trying to find it. As Iron Man would say, not a great plan, but I should be able to get out. Still. Not everything is on fire yet. In fact, barely anything is actually on fire. Hey, come on, catch fire. What's up? I should start to see some fire kills shown here soon. Yo, I am... Guys, check this out. I am casting fireballs, I am wearing a wizard's hat, and I have a mop with me. This is peak wizardry. I should just now fly away on this mop like a witch. You're breaking my car and I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to torch the second point of interest, which is the army supply store and the geek store. Because that was the original plan. Incendio! Haha, exactly! Exactly that. Thank you, Moonstruck Yume. I'll see you around. Whoa, Jesus Christ, I almost burned myself. That was a bit too close for comfort, right? Why do you hear the helicopter? Because there's a helicopter flying around. That's why you hear a helicopter. Situation normal. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check the condition of the trailer. It's pretty horrible. I'm gonna fix it. Now I'm gonna park my car over here. I'm gonna play around with them a little bit. No, they will not save me. So the helicopter essentially is an event which by default happens only once every single game, but I've set it to like more than once, and the whole concept of this helicopter event is that just gonna follow the player for like 6 hours total, and it's going to attract all the zombies within like 500-meter radius to the player's location. It's one of the things which is just supposed to make the game difficult. Like, there's nothing else. There is no salvation, there are no commandos, you know, like para-dropping from the helicopter. The helicopter is not equipped with any, you know, like machine guns and stuff. It's just supposed to make your life miserable. They probably should rethink it, maybe. There are some mods also which add some extra context. There is I never used that mod actually, but I think some of you did. There is this mod that supposedly adds the option to be evacuated. Peak gaming, yeah, pretty much. You're just walking around being followed by a helicopter, which draws attention of nearby zombies. But hey, you wanted fire, so we have fire. Now I do have to... Oh Jesus, look at how... There's so many of them. I have to be mindful of my condition. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where my character now becomes completely tired and is unable to outrun them. That would be a pretty stupid way to die. And what bugs me the most, go play Digimon. That's definitely it's definitely fun. One thing that really bugs me is that, you know, the fire damage is just so slow. So slow. It takes ages for these zombies to actually burn down. Like, honestly, it should be much faster. I mean, even if you consider that these are actually zombies, and okay, that they don't have like a nervous system, and taking that into consideration, like the fire does not affect them the same way that the fire would affect a normal human being. But still, why so slow? And I know there are mods which improve it, but it is fun. I mean, look, it is fun. I would just prefer for it to be slightly faster. Like 15 to 20% faster, and it would be absolutely perfect. Are we happy with the level of devastation that has been inflicted to this area? I think, in general, it's decent. The cars are fireproof. I've never seen a car, like, actually catch fire. It's actually a common practice, like a common strategy, especially if you're trying to clear out, like, a high population area. Ohio Mall, okay? That's a perfect example. You just park, like, a fire truck or a police car or any kind of a vehicle that has sirens. You pop on the sirens, and you just let all the zombies, like, you know, head towards that car, which acts as like a lure. And what you would do is then just, you know, blast a molly, or if you have it, a firebomb, and just wait for magic to happen. Oh no, I lost my hat. Disgusting. Now I have to retrieve it at all cost. It's like this one time when we were on stream, and I think we were in Falas Lake, next to that house where I think one of the cinematics for Project Zomboid was shot, and I found a zombie with a balloon, remember? There was a clown with a balloon. And I almost died trying to get that balloon. I eventually managed to get it, but it was this close. It was such a close call. I mean, it was stupid because it was literally just a balloon. But a wizard's hat, come on, that's high quality item. Very rare. That area is burned enough, you are allowed to move forward. Thank you very much. That's what we're gonna do. Let me just quickly get some stuff which I think might be useful. Now the next thing on my agenda, the next place on my agenda, and mostly because I think there are still some things that I could use, mostly like weapon-wise. Okay, I mean I got tons of stuff here which are considered weapons, but I want to go to the gardening store, then to the fire station and the what's the auto parts store. Maybe I'll be able to fix a bit the trailer. And the character is a car mechanic, so my mechanics level is really high, so you know, like better tires, better suspension. Work a bit on the car and the trailer. And then, staying in the theme of cars, heading out to the Irvington Race Track. What is the fire? No more fire. Okay, bye. So, Fox, you're mentioning that you're happy with the level of devastation. Great. I will need more fire bombs. However. Oh, a neighbor. You know what would be better? If this bandana wasn't green but blue. That would be, then, you know, all matching in terms of color. Oh, and I need to, oh, hold on, look at this. Hey, I'm gonna make a meal. I'm gonna cook some real food. Some pork chop, cabbages, bacon. And I got some fresh garlic. Amazing. I actually managed to use up all the ingredients that were in this refrigerator. Pretty dope. And the food itself is absolutely badass. Yummy. Guys, check this out. All the different ingredients that I've put inside, and it's called roast with garlic. It doesn't matter that I put sausages, like pork meat, bacon, cabbage. No, the game decided to call it a roast with garlic. And I think I am out of thread. And if I'm not... Oh, I can pick thread. Okay, coolio. That's nice. There were some dirty rags, which I can clean, because obviously, again, another thing which is completely... makes zero sense, is that whenever a rag is dirty, you're unable to use it in any crafting recipe. Why? Don't know. And it does take ages as well. Exactly. Like, what's the... Like, imagine this, right? You're putting together, like, very makeshift stairs out of logs you collected in a forest, and you're unable to put them together if your rags are dirty. Huh? Why? Explain this to me. Guys, look at this. Minus 111 hunger. Amazing food. Quality. Problem is I am already gaining weight. That's alright. There shall come time when I will be worrying about this, meaning that I am not as... My weight is going down, basically. That's what I wanted to say. I was trying to find a nice way of saying that, but I failed miserably. Oh shit! There was barely any thread. Hold on, I need more. Yeah, they're again dirty, so we have to wash them. Honestly, sometimes this game... Alright. Better be stiff if I'm making stairs. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let me quickly reorganize myself, because all of these things should go into the Alice suspenders. This is my... the eraser. Like, the Alice suspenders is, you know, a fanny pack on steroids, basically. And again, apologies for not making it more interesting, but I'm gonna spend the rest of the day just reading books. We're gonna continue going further tomorrow. And the first stop is actually not gonna be the gardening store, it's going to be the tobacco store first. Then the gardening store, there is a gas station along the way, so... I'm gonna refuel, maybe see if I am able to get some gas into some gas cans or something, just to have some spare gasoline. You never know. Oh, and a very important thing. What up, Sandow? Very important thing. I should I should mark these things somehow. What is the fire? There it is. Let's agree that this is how I am going to be marking things which were torched, along with the date. "11th of November, this area has been torched." Might make a cool retrospective when everything is said and done. What have you missed? Everything. Oh shit, what have I missed? Hold on, I forgot to check the score of the city game. Damn it. 22 minutes in. Okay, it's 0-0. It's good. 0-0. Now I need Manchester City to draw today, or lose, preferably. But like, to answer your question in more detail, Sandow, you missed the Geek Store and the Army Supplies Store and the Gigamart and the Heli event and me torching everything there, basically using fire bombs. So not a lot. Alright, back to sleep. Just 41 kills with fire. Not as much as I would expect, actually. Should be more. I still think fire is underwhelming. Oh, perfect. 6 in the morning. I mean, I couldn't have woken up at a better time. This is spot on. The only reason why I am able to make fire bombs is because I actually found a recipe. I was started your Hotworks training by any chance? Guns included? Guns included, yes. In fact, in the trailer, this is my trailer of mayhem, trailer of death and destruction. So this is all the loot that I collected in the... Well, most of it is loot I collected in the Army Supply Store. So yeah, there's gonna be shooting involved, but I want to read the aiming level 1 book to get as much experience points the moment I start. Because that makes perfect sense, right? That's the best way to use guns. If you can quickly level up, and I have a book, I have to use it. I would be silly not to. Oh, and obviously, guys, Irvington High School, right? I mean, I have to go there also. Clearly, that needs to be visited. Those jars look terrifying. Hey, remember? You know remember those stories about a grandma in Ukraine shooting down a Russian drone with a jar of pickles? Bro, don't underestimate jars, alright? Is that only for Blight, or is it for someone else also? Can you guys do a quick, like a sanity check on your end? Because I don't think it's on my end, to be very honest. Or at least I hope it's not on my end. Yep, I am a loser. There is no escaping. Fuel pump is empty! Oh, that barely happens to me. Wow. Very rare for me. Alright, there's a... Got some spare... Got some spare gas if I need any. Tobacco store. Because I have to have something to feed my addiction. Oh, and this place over here, I'm gonna get back here in a moment, but this place over here, this is the car dealership. It's a really great place to visit, basically, if you're in need of cars. Yo, 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 yo. Jump over. Hey. What the hell? Yo, I cannot jump over this. Why? What's wrong? Really weird. The feds might be watching. You probably shouldn't have bragged on chat about that server you're setting up and like getting access to all the content for free. You know, Palantir is reading all the conversations now, you're already a target. Though, I must say, I heard a very interesting conversation recently. Too heavy? That would be really weird. If it's because I'm too overloaded. I heard a very interesting conversation. It was around German like security policies and strategies. And they were mentioning the guys which were kind of talking about the recent developments in Germany, about, you know, the reinforcement of the Bundeswehr and everything. They also mentioned... okay, hold on. I'm gonna shut up for a moment. What have I told you about dumpster diving 20 minutes ago? "20 minutes ago, I told you, always go dumpster diving." I go to a dumpster when I find a sledgehammer. Okay, it's not in perfect condition, but it's not a problem. All I need now is a handle and I can put it together. But back to what I was saying, and not sure new meta, exactly, exactly new meta. But going back to what I was saying, not sure if you guys are familiar with the company that's called Palantir. They are basically this ultimate surveillance company, which has access to like tons of, you know, like private personal data. And the discussion that I was following was mentioning that Germany specifically decided not to cooperate with Palantir. Unlike many other NATO and European Union countries which actively cooperate with Palantir, Palantir is very present in the UK. They also signed a deal with Polish military. And Germany decided not to go into any deals with Palantir, specifically because over their concerns around having sensitive data being tracked by a non-German entity. And I must say, I have huge respect for that kind of an attitude. I think that is really a big brain move. And okay, Palantir is probably best in class when it comes to AI-driven surveillance, decision-making, you know, things. But, you know, privacy of your own citizens is also a matter of national security. So, huge thumbs up for Germany for making that decision. Hold on, let me catch up on what you're saying. I watch the trash bags too very often. There's, yeah, exactly, trash bags. I always check. Like, I had a Lutex in the garbage can of Echo Creek gas station. Stop talking about them, they don't exist. They won't use it in... Police uses it in Germany? Okay. I see. But anyways, still, I think we should probably, at least to some extent, limit the access to sensitive data for all kinds of people in the Silicon Valley. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea to me. To be more protective. And the thing with Palantir is, I initially got interested in the company when I was in my I'm gonna be a millionaire trading stocks period of my life, because obviously trading stocks is so easy. All you need to do is just buy a course online and you will never need to work again. And when I was following Palantir as a company, I actually had some shares even. And I got them at like, I don't know, $12 per share. I sold them when they were around 25 or 30. And I was so happy. I made bank, you know. I made money. I actually made a good investment decision. Like a 2x'd my money. They were worth over $200 like 4 months ago. My small investment would 10x. But I simply did not know what I'm doing. So yeah. In fact, the only good thing about my investment days is I got this T-shirt for free from eToro. That's actually the only real intrinsic value that I got from all the investing that I was doing. It's a true story. 150 today. Well, I hope they go to 0. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't think that is I don't think that's a company that's out there to do good. Okay, I'm gonna work on some cars now because I want to fix up the trailer. And I am pretty sure all of these vehicles have amazing components inside. So I need 2 pieces of suspension, preferably performance, some decent brakes in good condition, Like these, for example, and a set of decent tires. Front right... Oh, Jesus. An old tire on a cassette. That's very weird. Fuck, I don't have a jack. Okay, I'm not gonna be working on cars because I cannot lift the car. Sold Bitcoin at... Okay, so if you actually sold Bitcoin at $20... yeah, I am nowhere near that level. A bicycle would be the ultimate zombie apocalypse weapon? A vehicle, meaning. Why? What's your logic? Because it's easy to fix and never runs out of gas? Okay, so we're now heading to the school. I want to check the library. And once I check the library, I'm gonna burn the school down also. Because, of course. But first, let's make more fire bombs. Corey, we all love PZ here. It's just an amazing game. It's probably one of the best money to entertainment ratio games out there. Like, not even... That's not even a discussion. That's just facts. It's so easy, it fixes itself, it can go anywhere, it requires no fuel, which is important for 6 months. Yeah, I mean, look, bikes, yes, 100%. The only thing is, it requires, you know, muscle power to move it. A friend of mine and I mined Dogecoin when it came out. Did you hold it through the Elon era? Because like there was this very brief period of time when Elon was saying that Tesla might accept Dogecoin, and it like pumped like crazy, made 4K and spitted it. I mean, that's sweet. But was it before or after Elon? Just curious. By the way, Everton, Manchester City still 0-0. Let me quickly check the stats. Oh Jesus. Yeah, okay. So City is definitely dominating that game, but they are not able to score. Keep it up, guys. High school is over here. All right. Is it high school or elementary? I never remember. I never remember. I remember, yeah, elementary school. I remember coming here for these, hedges. Yo, playing with kids, that's next level. That's definitely next level. Yeah, I just like walked into this school without even looking around. Not the smartest thing to do. It'll be fine. I have special powers. Okay, as long as they don't swarm my car. This should be fairly good. Now I have a mod which allows me to make explosives out of lunchboxes. Have any of you ever played like the newer versions of Fallout? You could make like a cap bomb, where you essentially just take you need to find the lunchbox, you need to fill it with caps, and then you make an explosive out of it. It's kind of the same concept. What's the plan for the road trip? Torch Irvington, and once I torch every location that I want to torch in Irvington, I'm gonna move to Akron. Akron is where I died the last time on stream. So I got some unfinished business with that area. And then from Akron, obviously the logical next step would be Brandenburg. We're gonna hang around Brandenburg for a while, and then we're heading east to Riverside. No, probably Fallas Lake first. Well, you get the point. The idea is to just drive around Knox County as much as I can, visit all the cool places, and set them on fire, basically. I don't remember in which room the library is, but I think it's not in this section. I think it's actually... yeah, it's over there and to the left. Is it? Look, a satchel. Okay, this area is getting a bit too, like, you know, crowded for my liking. Hold on, let's get our shit together a bit here. It was the Elon thingy, okay. Oh, what a stupid... like, I am breaking the window specifically for you to jump over it. I mean, these things are just brain dead, literally. Actually, you know, it's not that bad. Okay, the cafeteria area is a bit busy. So, Cory, essentially what you've done is you described every 30 plus, 35 plus male gamer's ideal reality. Playing the same game together with your wife and kids. I mean, that's peak. I mean, you already won at life. Everything else is, you know, everything else is just bonus. Congratulations. Hello, Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the library of the Irvington Elementary, and it looks like somebody has already been here. I'm not gonna be doing any pottery. Potter! Car mechanics, yes, absolutely. Carpentry, I don't know, maybe. Unlikely. Maybe I should take blacksmithing. Maybe I'm gonna go to McCoy Estate. And considering that it has a forge over there, I'm just gonna level up blacksmithing just for fun. First aid, one of the most useless skills in the game, but it's a book that I can read. Electrical level 2. Oh, this is amazing. And yes, I heard that they broke through the windows, so I have to be careful now. Alright. Okay, this wasn't an epic haul by no means, but it wasn't bad, okay? It was 6 out of 10, I would say. Yeah, and the glowing globe is an amazing lamp, and it's part of like my regular list of things I like to keep in my base. It's absolutely amazing. It's always nice to have. Let me catch up. Not gonna lie, I got it good. We also play tons of Stardew Valley. So Stardew Valley is something that it was recommended to me to recommend to my wife, but I've never really, you know, went down that rabbit hole yet. Is it fun? And I see Blight is also setting up the globe. The globe not only looks great, but you also probably know that I am a big fan of space exploration, right? I even made an attempt to start a series with Kerbal Space Program, which I completely abandoned because of the Ark. So it's not only something that I enjoy visually, but it's also close to my interests. So yeah. Okay, so one more thing left to do. This time I'm going to throw the firebomb a bit further out. Because last time I almost burned myself. This should be enough. I don't know, maybe I should try Stardew Valley. I mean, I'm trying not to buy any new games now. Trying to be really disciplined with all the expenses, trying to you know, like not buy anything which is not a priority until we finish the whole thing. We finish selling the apartment and buying the house. But again, you know what? It's probably not expensive, is it? I really hope the school is gonna burn nicely. Very uncomfortable. That's because of the... It's worth it. No, please, no, please don't buy it for me. Just to be clear, I can absolutely afford a video game. It's like... I don't need any support. It's all good. It's just, first of all, I really don't have that much time to play video games. And when I do, I try to prioritize Project Zomboid because of all the different content. But like, please do not even think about that. Oh, it's burning. It's actually burning. Oh, nice. And I got maintenance level 1. But it's not burning as much as I would like. Where's the fire? Like, spread it. Burn everything. This whole cafeteria should already be on fire. Something's really off with the fire mechanics. I mean, look, there's nothing burning here. I have to... What are those burning zombies? Come on, guys. Catch fire. Yep, catch fire. There you go. Sweet. I'm gonna try and walk them through this area so they can set more stuff on fire, maybe. Yeah, but something is really, really weird, isn't it? It sucks because it's going to make the torching a bit less spectacular. Check your settings, you can toggle fire spreading now. But yeah, but I cannot do that without the sandbox settings, right? It's not in the general options, is it? I should be able to change that through the sandbox options. Hey, take care, Blythe. I'll catch you later. It just looks like there isn't enough fuel for the fire, basically. What an idiot. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to also throw too many fire bombs because, like, it's not like they are super rare. I mean, it's just plastic bottle and fuel. But it's just, it's not as spectacular as I was hoping. Let me see if I can lure those zombies. Oh, there is some fire over there. Okay, that one that looks better. But I need them to catch fire from one another. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. If you're playing multiplayer, you probably have admin, which allows you to, you know, like modify all the settings at all times. And it's also doable in single player. You just have to have a specific mod which allows you to access the settings mid-game, because technically normally you should only be able to set them up when you start, right? When you set up the game originally, and afterwards should be locked. But there is a mod. I even have it in my library. I just didn't add it to this playthrough. Well, there is just a bit of fire going. So I'm just gonna give it a bit more time. Yeah, but it's really poor. Barely any action. Oh, look at this. Computers. Many computers. You know what that means? Electrical experience. I shouldn't be that far off from level 3, actually. Yeah, almost there. Heck, I'm not gonna get there yet, but if I disassemble all these PCs, I might be super close. Swing and a miss. Oh, I am definitely reaching level 3 electrical now. No doubt. Now the only reason I want to reach it is obviously because I need to be able to use the generator to power up gas stations along the way. Like, we can't have a proper road trip without fuel. And there we go. Not even bothering to do anymore. Just level 3, fire and forget. Foxy, are you still with us? Are you happy with the level of damage we caused? Or do you think we should maybe use one more firebomb? Because I still have one. So I could technically add a bit more spice into all of this. But it's now or never. I'm never coming back here. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of an exaggeration. I was nowhere near adding this much fire. 12th of November. More fire, Ted says. Save it for the next point of interest. Okay. I'm gonna listen to Foxy here because it was her on the original idea to burn everything down. And I don't know, it's unlikely, but maybe it's the rain that kind of messes everything up. So the next point of interest is the famous gardening store, which is right over here. I want to see if there are some cool weapons that I could... Oh, Jesus, what have I done? Yeah, I definitely need to find a jack so that I can take care of my car better. So the farming rural supply is a pretty cool gardening store. And I am nowhere near being... Oh shit, I might be in trouble actually. Yeah, you know what? Too many. Too many, and I am too tired. That would be not wise. Pick your fights, always. So, I need to find a place to stay for the night. I think I'm just gonna go back to the original house. Whoops. I'm gonna stop with the jokes. War crimes, most likely. No, keep them coming. Please, by all means. That's the whole point. I mean, as long as, you know, we're not disrespectful to anyone. It's all good. It's all good sport. I'm gonna go back to the smelly house. Why am I disrespecting them? I would never. The one in the middle of the road minding its own business. Mind your own business, not in the middle of the road then. Sounds like a you problem, not me. Okay, I'm gonna ditch this book in this case because it makes 0 sense to carry the dead weight. I think I should read the mechanics one now. Yeah, this is definitely priority. But no, wait. The aiming. I gotta finish the aiming one first because I already started it, and then the mechanics one, and then everything else. Bro is smoking through a bandana. Enhanced filters. Am I at 500? Yeah, nowhere near. For 455 after 8 days. So the pace of dealing... I just checked the score. City is up by 1 at halftime. I mean, looking at the stats, it's absolutely deserved, but I was hoping that Everton might maybe hold them to a draw. I don't think they will now. So I was saying that the level and the pace of destruction isn't maybe very impressive, because like I'm on pace to kill 500 zombies in like 9 days, which is what, about 51.5 per day. Slow reader is so annoying, just takes ages. Oh, this is a nice... I didn't even see this before. That's a cool stat. Good night. My nightstick is about to break. And I don't have any other blunt weapon. I need to find some blunt weapons. I have been there, yes. Remember last time when we were looking for the welder's mask? What I haven't looted from that metalworking shop is where there are probably some metal pipes, which could be a good idea actually. Yeah, hold on. I know what's my next target. It's gonna be the metalworking shop. 100%. And also, it's right next to the car dealership. I'm gonna replace the windshield because this one is busted. And maybe the hood also. And then gonna go to the gardening store. See if I can find something cool over there. And then to the fire station, the police precinct. And yeah, have to torch the city hall. And we are ready to go to the racetrack. And maybe, just maybe, there's gonna be a chance to find a NASCAR in the what? In the Irvington racetrack. That would be amazing. If I would find the car number 34, I would be so happy. That would make my day, honestly. Do I play with mods? Yeah, I am playing with mods. Quite a few of them in this one, actually. Is there anything specific you're interested in? What's the condition of the hood? 80... Ah, my ratchet wrench is in the trunk. Ratchet wrench. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not playing with many mods comparing to some other people which play with tons of mods. I have probably in this one like 20 mods. 20-ish. Not more. Yeah, the windshield is busted also. It's just me, I'm minding my own business, let me be. The lights. Oh, barely hanging on, the front ones. Like one of the least important things, but that's okay. Okay, it's a bit better. And it should be giving me experience points. So many. Here we go. Metalworking store. There's definitely gonna be pipes there. Ooh. Uh-oh. The engine's condition is not great. Could be. I mean, I did bang it up a little bit. Just wasn't expecting it to be a problem this early. Luckily, I can repair my engine. I just need engine parts. Iron pipe. Good. Decent enough. And in case you were wondering, I am not getting rid of the mop specifically because there is a whole lore related to mobs between myself and Miniok. We used to play this really cool board game which is called Dead of Winter. Zombie related, believe it or not. Years ago, like Mrs. Gertrix and myself, we were going over to Miniok's house probably once a month at least, and we were playing Dead of Winter with him and his wife. And Dead of Winter is a really amazing board game. It's essentially zombie survival, and you have like quests to do, and you need to cooperate. But there is also a component of there's also a component of competition between players. So it's really a lot of fun. Ooh. And you have different characters and different items which you can find. And one of the characters that's a playable character in the game is actually a monkey. Normally you play with people who have different like classes and different skills, but there is also a character that is a monkey. And this monkey, you can teach stuff. And one of the things that monkey is really good in is cleaning the base. And if you have a mop, you essentially get boosts to cleaning. So we had this whole concept of giving the mop to a monkey. That was the story, basically. Is that a construction working up north of the shop? What do you mean? This is... that's... You mean that character over there? Is that a construction worker? I think there was a zombie in like yeah, so this like construction person. Construction worker. Oh, a tough cookie. All right, the gardening store then. And then we're gonna slowly be saying goodbye to Irvington, because there aren't many other cool places. I mean, we could go to the like Irvington pool, but it's just a pool. There's nothing else. It's just a hole in the ground with water in it. One thing I've never done there is I never tried to fish in the pool. Not sure if it's possible. I would actually be interested to test it maybe someday. Oh, that's a lovely kick. 256 points of damage with a single stomp. Okay, I'm gonna use the fence as always, because if it's there, then why not, right? It's much safer. Yeah, I can't even swim. I saw a discussion on Reddit the other day saying that we need swimming, but I'm not sure how they would do that.
Hey!
Ooh, there's a dumpster over there. Last two, I guess. And then everything else which is on the other side. In front of the store. Because surely there must be some, right? Of course there are. But I got me a spare weapon. The game got a bit laggy again. I'm not sure. It's recently I noticed that like 2 hours into the stream, 2.5, really depends. But it starts to be a bit laggy, and this is not the first time this happens. So I have to figure out why. Oh! Oh, that was a bad miss, but okay. Is it laggy for you, or is the stream stable? It's just on my end. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the famous farming and rural supply in Irvington. It's closed. It's running smooth. Okay, so it's only on my end. That even makes it more interesting, you know? Because, like, if the whole thing is like smooth for you, how come it's choppy on my end? Now, this is a very cool store. Don't expect to find too much weapons. But you can definitely count on tons of farming tools and equipment, books, seeds. I mean, look at this, right? I'm gonna read these just for the purpose of reading, without like any upside, but oh, make a jar of preserved food. You know what? This one I maybe even could find some remote uses for. But yeah, so essentially recipes, books, and lots of seeds. Oh, and this one, backpack sprayer, by the way. Your best friend in any agriculture activities. They should add swimming and sharks. I don't think they have sharks in the... What is it? Is it Ohio River? I don't think that's how it works. Hold on, let me see which river goes through Louisville, because I don't remember. I'm not from Kentucky. Louisville. Yeah, that's the Ohio River. I don't think they have sharks there. I mean, I guess a pike or a muskogee might be like the absolute... Look at this. Look at this. Oh, but Mississippi is different. Mississippi is different because, you know, it's... You know, it goes straight into the Gulf of Mexico. So it's possible that, you know, they just swim into the Mississippi River through the Gulf. And I don't think Ohio River ends up in Atlantic, does it? And definitely not in Kentucky. And by the way, I got so excited because the garden fork is probably my top 5 most favorite weapons. Super effective, quite durable, and counts as a spear. So you can use it and fight through... Ohio River empties into Mississippi at Cairo, Illinois. right at the southern tip of Illinois, where Illinois, Missouri, correct. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. It would be just extremely unlikely. But I get the point. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, entire Europe has been living the last few weeks, just living the story of Timmy the whale, which got stuck in some shallow waters in the Baltic. And there was this whole rescue operation to try and get Timmy all the way back to the Atlantic. Ooh. Wow. So many people need to have stuff done in the town hall. Wasn't expecting this much, actually. Hold on. Let me park a bit further out, because obviously not great to fight such a big group. I think I know what's causing the lag. Hold on. Let me try something. If for some reason the stream's gonna stop, then it was not intentional. But I want to try something. I think I should still be live. Where did you go? Ah, I see what you did there. No, the tool says I'm still streaming, so you're not gonna fool me. You don't fool me. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, essentially the way that OBS works, the streaming tool that I'm using, is that by default, apart from streaming, it also does VOD recording, right? So everything that's happening is also recorded on my hard drive. And I just turned off the recording because I'm not using these VODs for anything anyway. Maybe if, you know, I had an editor who could take these streams and like clip them into some sort of like 15 to 20 minute highlight videos, that would work. But like, in current state of affairs makes no sense. So my assumption was basically just maybe the recording, just when it is really long, it somehow causes the PC to slow down for some reason, but not really seeing too much difference though. So I guess that was a good try, but did not solve the issue. I live in Poland. You know US geography very well. Surprisingly well. Two reasons. First of all, I think the European education system is really great. It's gotten really worse over the past decade, but I was lucky enough to still live at a time where even in elementary and, you know, like secondary school, you really had to learn a lot of things. And number two, I've been to the States multiple times, so it also did help a little. Mostly on the East Coast, but did plenty of road trips. Again, mostly up and down the East Coast, but went as deep west as Yellowstone. And I also kind of like geography in general. So one of the things that we used to do together with Mrs. Gertrix, we were playing GeoGuessr together. So it was kind of a thing that we used to spend some time together. So once every 2 or 3 weeks, we would just lie in bed with her laptop, and we would just, you know, turn on GeoGuessr and just see how many we can guess. It also helps. Oh, you homeschool? That's that is actually, that's a huge responsibility. I mean, I would probably not be able to do that. It requires tons of discipline. So, like, I respect that. The bravery. It's not an easy thing to do. You're obsessed with maps. I mean, also to add, and I think it's quite valid. I did play a lot. Now I play much less, but I did play tons of real-time strategy and grand strategy games. And usually these games are basically you just sit around and look at maps for 6 hours. And they change colors from time to time. So that is also something that helps with geography a lot. Huge Hearts of Iron fan here. General, not only Hearts of Iron, pretty much anything that Paradox ever released. So, this is the Irvington Town Hall. It's actually a very nice building. One thing that I really do not like is if you have houses, and there are many cool mansions in the game, with these types of like large windows, I don't think there is actually a way to replace them. I never tried, but yeah, see, you cannot lift these up. So if you have a lovely mansion that has these windows, and for some reason one of these breaks, I think you're generally screwed. If you know a way to fix these, please let me know. But I don't think there is one. And we reached the fire department, which is right next to the town hall, conveniently. Look at how durable the gardening fork is. Okay, now I lost some durability, but my maintenance is not high. My maintenance is crap. It's what? What is maintenance? Okay, it's level 1, so it's basically nothing. And still, I've already killed quite a lot of zombies. And it barely even moved, so yeah. Amazing weapon. Highly recommend. The only downside, obviously, is that it weighs 2 kilograms, which is again not a lot. It's even... it's actually less than a firefighter's axe, so no, I take that back. There are no downsides to the gardening fork. Why do you hate it? It's amazing. It's a great weapon. What's there not to like? It does more damage and has higher durability than the long metal spearhead spear. Exactly. That's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, the self-crafted weapons, especially the spears, they are just criminally poor in terms of condition. I mean, like, those should be almost endgame level weapons. And yet they're super underwhelming. So yeah, I totally get it. I feel you 100%. Shall we torch the town hall? Down with the governments. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna torch the hall, just to like continue the streak of you know, burning down at least one major building each day. And I think this one might actually burn nicely. Okay, I just need to do it in a way so again I won't get myself killed. And I think this. Okay, here goes nothing. I love the explosion. No, the fire department is not on our list, but you know, that would be too much irony. Oh, the irony. I think burning down, you know, another administrative building is a good thing to do. Oh, but this one burns nicely. Now, that was the kind of a fire I was expecting in the elementary school. Just burning down an elementary school. Criminal. November 13th. Yep, this one's burning nicely. So the last point of interest in our lovely trip around Irvington is the police station, which is not far away from here. And the only reason I want to go to the police station is maybe they're gonna have some weapons or ammo, which I already have. Like, I have so much ammo and I have so much weapons that I don't have any other place in the car where I can store it. So I'm not sure where would I keep it. But you know what? That's tomorrow's problems. That's not today's problems. And yeah, and one more thing. I want to check if the car parts store has a jack. I think I already did. Hold on, that's stupid. I don't need to do that anymore. I already did. Fire! Nero looking at burning Rome. That is a fantastic reference. I was honking my horn because I thought that maybe I would be able to pull these zombies towards the fire somehow. Hold on, what if I try this way? I don't want to damage the car needlessly. Okay, but some of them actually... Yeah, some of the zombies actually went inside because they're stupid. And they might spread the fire, which would be pretty swell. What's my day job? It's not a personal question. I've actually was mentioning that several times already, but like you were not here. I have a corporate job, basically. I work for Samsung. I am currently a PMO for Samsung. Yep, the trick actually worked. They went inside. Some of them caught fire. I hope they will now disperse nicely and spread the fire even more. My father used to call me Nero as a kid. So I kind of can relate to that, Achilles, because I also love to play with fire. Whenever we rent out the cabin, we usually do, my wife and I, for our regular New Year's trip. I always love to just, you know, like play with the fireplace. Oh, I can sit for hours and just look at the fireplace. It's amazing. What's a PMO? Generally, the abbreviation stands for Project Management Office. But my role is just called PMO. What I am mostly responsible for is just like, I don't want to be too boring, but it's business insights and analytics. So like, I'm just trying to support the business decision-making process and help find areas which could be areas of potential business improvement based on data. So yeah. Oh, look at this. So many. Iron fence is catching fire, yeah. That temperature must be crazy. I figured out how to light fires. My parents didn't know how to do that. So I didn't play with fire when I was a kid. I was, for the most part, a very, very good child. I listened to everyone. I didn't get into any trouble. Pretty boring, actually. Oh, I am going to get so many kills now. Catching up on those numbers. Let it burn. But I think, unfortunately, the fire station is also gonna catch fire. Yikes! Yo, I don't wanna crash and burn. I mean, crash and die. That would be stupid. Oh, yeah. This is decent, guys. This is looking perfect. Exactly what I wanted. You burned down your grandpa's camper when you were 2. Okay, you gotta tell us this story because, like, okay, I can understand burning down a camper. I mean, shit happens. But when you were 2, like, you have to be very skilled to do that when you're 2. I mean, like, just, you know, from being like a 2-year-old human being, you're still not able to physically do a lot of things. So it must have been a freak accident. Actually, it's good that you didn't get hurt or anything. You don't know. They didn't tell you. They didn't tell you how you did that. That's a shame. Hold on, I gotta check the score. You started the fight in the bathroom. Okay, this story gets wild. You know, even more wild now. What's the score? Come on! Hold on. It's freaking 3-1 for Everton. Okay, it's 3-2. Okay, that was that was quick. But look, I'm gonna take a draw any moment in time. It's freaking 3-2. Are you serious? You guys don't even realize what this means. I mean, those of you who don't follow football, of course, some of you do. I know Sandow does know everything, but I'm not sure if he's still online. They're gonna drop points to Everton. Babe, they're gonna drop points to Everton. It's like the 85th minute right now. They're not gonna score 2 goals in 6 or 7 minutes. They're gonna drop points to Everton. You know what that means? If we win all the games till the end of the season, we're freaking Premier League champions. Yeah, don't celebrate too early. Look at these guys. Oh, this is beautiful. Babe, check this out. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I'm... When it was dry summer, it was harder to keep the campfire under control. 100%. I think it was, what, 2 years ago. We went out for, like, my wife and I, we also love to camp. We used to do that a lot. Now we do it a little less because we're just working a lot. But basically, I remember this one time it was so dry everywhere that I had to be so careful with just making sure that the fire doesn't get out of control. That it was my primary concern. Just make sure that things are within, you know, like a reasonable size and everything. I also had obviously water with me at all times, just to like be able to put out anything which goes under control. But yeah, unfortunately, last few years we had just insane droughts, and the forest and everything is so dry. One of my favorite autumn period pastimes is mushroom picking. Both my wife and I really enjoy it. Last few years it was really difficult to find any mushrooms in the forest because it's just so dry. Oh, Sandow, you're still here. Well, you know, Champions League is gonna be difficult. First step is gonna be made tomorrow. I'm all about the Premier League. I don't care about the Champions League. I want that Premier League trophy. I mean, Champions League would be amazing, but that's just a bonus. Zombie fires are also a problem during the summer? What do you mean, zombie fires? Ah, ticks. Oh, that, like, I can relate to that because we also have plenty. And I have 2 dogs. So, yeah, that's kind of... I've gotten so used to the sight of ticks that they don't really, you know, it doesn't really affect me anymore. One thing that I absolutely need to do is get myself vaccinated because they carry just awful diseases. And we've been talking about this for probably 2 years now, and we still haven't done that. So, yeah, we have to do that. We have to do that. It would be a shame to get borreliosa. Or some other brain inflammation or whatever. Garden tip, you can grow mushrooms at home. It's a good... But isn't it difficult? I mean, I will be learning everything from scratch. But if I could have my own mushrooms... that would be also great. Best kinds of mushrooms only grow outside. So, yeah. Plus, you know, it's fun. It's fun if you especially, you know, wake up early in the morning. You pack some breakfast. You make some you know, tea, and you just go out to the forest and you just enjoy yourself, right? And it's usually it's autumn. It's usually a bit colder. There is you know, the forest is just very unique at that period of time, and it smells amazing. So mushroom picking is just a great hobby. I mean, it can kill you, though, of course. Like, it's if you don't know what you're doing, it can be deadly. So only engage if you know what you're doing. But yeah. So I'm just driving around these zombies, waiting for them to essentially just die. But I think my kill counter is gonna go up really nicely. And this fire is getting out of control. Why does it take so much time for these zombies to die? Guys, this is just so stupid. It should have been done a long time ago. I'm wasting your time. Like, I would love to do something more entertaining, but you know, it's just too tempting to leave this group right now. But these damage ticks are just like so slow. Oh, hold on. I gotta catch up on chat. You guys are crazy today. I am unable to catch up. You can order mushroom blocks. We used to make them, but it's okay. It's really easy. You inoculate substrate like straw, wood chips, or logs. Keep them damp and wait. I have several logs with different kinds of them. Basically, you don't get. Really? It's that easy. I really enjoy one called Al. So again, for mushrooms, it's really difficult to relate because like they are called different names in all the different languages. So yeah. You run a mushroom farm for 2 years. But okay, but there are mushrooms and there are mushrooms because especially in the States, I noticed that in the States, generally, a mushroom is just like your typical, fuck, we call it pieczarka in Poland, okay? So it's like this white mushroom. The mushrooms I am referring to, they are wild mushrooms, right? So the ones that you actually have to forage in the forest. And they are not that common, so it's not something that you usually run on an industrial scale, unless you were actually having an industrial scale, you know, like a factory or a farm that had those more like wild species. Then that's also brilliant. What a lovely barbecue. Button mushrooms. See, again, I have no idea what that is. Like, is it just me, or does it feel like they are not really getting any damage? It's like the damage does look like it's ticking, but I don't see them dying. You have 3 kinds in the garden. Okay, that's cool. Do you think they're dying? Does it look like they are dying? I don't know. It looks like there is really no difference. Let me check the counter. Okay, maybe they are dying actually. Oh, 666. What a number. What a time to check the zombie kill count. Perfect timing. Somebody said something about Satan earlier. Yeah, they're dying. Yeah, they're dying. Okay. Oh, I can hear the death noises. Oh, shiitake. I know what shiitake are. I'm a huge fan of ramen noodles. So yeah, that sounds very familiar. Yo, that was an amazing fire. That was probably the best fire I've ever had on stream. Out of all the ones that I did, I think this one actually even beats the one that I had when we torched down Rosewood Prison, which, by the way, is on the list. At some point, hopefully we're gonna get there. The whole thing is almost completely torched. Sweet. I'm gonna walk around with them a little bit. I still need to find the jack. Jack is the last thing on my list in terms of tools and stuff that I still don't have, haven't found. Okay, I just have to be careful. I wouldn't want to catch fire. That would be such a stupid way to die. I would be genuinely sad if that would happen. I need to find a place to stay for the night because it's actually getting late. Well, they all saw me now. All of them saw me now. Let's walk around the house then. But I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I was considering staying in the house next to the fire, but that's dangerous because if the fire spreads to the house, I can wake up at the night, you know, with my ass on fire, which would be bad. I could go all the way back to my, like, original base of operations, but it's far away. I don't think I want to waste time and energy for that. I'll try and stay somewhere nearby. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not that late. And also I have a Red Bull in the trunk. So if I get sleepy, I might use it to keep myself awake. Do I? Yeah, I do have one Red Bull. Hey, leave my car alone. I think that's all of them. I have, Minyok, I have. I actually even played it. It's terrible. I was even contemplating making a video about it. Not that, you know, I am some kind of an authority on the matter, but let's just say there are folks who like to consider my opinion, I guess. And I was actually considering on making a video about Humanity Z. Terrible. The controls are terrible. There isn't much to do. It's highly unintuitive. No jack. It's very unintuitive. I tried the demo. I played for... I gave it an honest 2+ hours in the demo. And I really wanted to understand how to do things, how to move, how to craft. You know, all the things you would kind of expect to do in a typical survival game, right? Like an open world sandbox survival game. And I just couldn't figure out anything. And okay, it might have been me, maybe I'm just an idiot or something, but I've played 1500 hours of Project Zomboid. And the only thing that Humanity Z has, which Zomboid doesn't have, is you have 3D graphics. Yeah, I saw the generator. But the game itself, it was just so bad. Spending 98% of your time at home with the family seems like, honestly, like you've already mentioned you play video games with, you know, your wife and your kids, and now you're telling me that you're spending 98% of your time at home with the family. But like, I consider that a W in life. So yeah, congratulations. I'm envious. Okay, I gotta find a place to sleep. This is not safe. I think, all things considered, I think the safest thing I can do is just head back to my original house, because I know that place is safe. And even though it might take some time, it's probably better. So I'm going back there, and tomorrow get a police station and Irvington Race Track. We are looking for that NASCAR number 34. I spent so many days here. What a great place. Is it 3-3? Did they score the third goal? Shit, it's over. They actually drew the game. Okay, but that must have been an amazing game. City goes up at the very end of the first half with 1 goal. Then they concede 3 in a span of 23 minutes. Okay, I thought it was faster, but still, they concede 3 goals. And then they score the equalizer in the, of course, 97th minute, because obviously that's what they had to add in terms of extra time. But they lost points. That's amazing. So right now, I mean, guys, I've mentioned this several times on stream. Some of you know, I am a huge Arsenal fan. Arsenal has not won the English Championship for in 23 years. We've been second the last 3 years, all right? And this season, everything looked like we would win. We had huge advantage, which we lost over the past few weeks. And now with 3 games to go, everything is in our hands. If Arsenal wins all the remaining games, we are Premier League champions. Amazing result by Everton. Amazing result. This is huge. This is epic proportion stuff. Whew, what a day. You remember well, I am from Poland, yeah. Sarkoton Imbrak. Let me check this. Jesus, I'm not even able to read that name. Let me quickly Google. Oh, of course I know this one. It's not a mushroom that I would personally pick myself, but I know what it is. I've seen it multiple times in our forests. Jesus. Bro, you smoked through half a pack and you're still not... Your tension is still not yet released. Lol. Maybe he needs to find some sort of an alternative way to release the tension. Cannibal plane crash. Sounds like something that's gonna make him feel much better. Yeah, see, already... Like a magic touch. Heard noises. Chanterelles are best. They are amazing if you cook them in cream with a bit of shallots, and then you can add them to you can add some veal or some lean pork. Oh Jesus, I'm getting hungry. Let's not talk about food. Time is... Oh, it's already... Guys, it's already 11. I've been going on for 3 hours. I'm having so much fun tonight. The time flies like crazy. Normally, I usually feel when I hit 3 hours. I was sure we are... Oh, fuck, sorry. I was sure we are nowhere near that. And we are already 3 hours in. So, thank you, I guess. I'm really having a lot of fun tonight. I'll try to continue for a bit longer. I really want to at least reach the Irvington Race Track. Maybe not necessarily, you know, like start fighting over there, because that area tends to be difficult. But at least get there, so that, you know, when I'm back on stream on Thursday, we have stuff to do. And we don't need to think about getting there, but we just dive right into the action. I think that sounds fair. I did that. I did that. Police station. I'm just here to find some ammo, I guess. Here, let me help you. Oh no, I missed. It's a fairly small police station. It's nowhere near, you know, the one in Rosewood, for example. Whoa. I thought there was one, but no, 3 is too much. Oh, why did it stop? Hey, that's not fair. I was hoping, you know, for the microwave to blow up. They're not paying attention. Oh, I think they finally... Yeah, they broke the door. And now they decided to try and follow me. Okay, whatever. They were programmed to break the door first. It's a very modest police station. Super modest. Why are they following me? Give me a break. Not interested. Do you guys know what's upstairs? Okay, a cell. Oh, and this is the storage area. Alright. Chocolate milk. So this is where the ammo is. Okay, well, screw it. And what's in these, like, garages? There might... yeah, Jack. Hopefully. A Jack would be, like, completing the arc for today. No luck. Just tongs, which are also a rare item and are nice to have if you're doing blacksmithing, but no Jack. Jacks are apparently, you know, a rare item. Super rare. We checked everywhere. Both gas stations, auto parts store, tool shop, freaking everything, and no Jack. So yeah. It is what it is. Well, then I am leaving Irvington. It was fun. Where is the road? It's this one. Right turn. And there should be an intersection which is going to take me left, which is west, out of town. And there's, you know what, there is like a, this one. There is like a scrapyard not far away. Maybe over there they have a... Yeah, see you. Have a good one. There's a scrapyard with a pretty big, like, a warehouse. I remember that from my Road to Salvation story of Theo Reyes. I stayed there for the night over here. Maybe this is gonna have a Jack. Almost got 2 squares down. Good, I'm happy. See, so we work in symbiosis. I stream and you like craft blankets. That's perfect. I love this. That's an awesome dynamic. Okay, this looks looted. It's a shame. Well, you know, it was worth checking. It was absolutely along the way, so... yeah. Do I have a cigar? I think I had a cigar somewhere. No, just chewing tobacco. Maybe it's gonna have a better effect than a regular cigarette, because you know what, this being tense and on edge is starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, I'll see you. Like, I want none of this. All right, off to Irvington Race Track. And that's where I'm going to stop and log out for today. But first, let me check this house. I'm sure... Oh, no. That would be too much, Fox. If you would like make a blanket, that would be way too much. Unless I would be allowed to pay for it, then like we can come broker some sort of an agreement. No jack, guys. But there is a basement. Hold on. This house is a basement. And it has a pistol. And a barricaded bathroom. Okay, so this is like an event house. Ice cream. By the way, how's my weight? Still going up like crazy. Yeah, I'm eating way too much. Yeah, there's a zombie in the back. I can actually hear it. Okay, the basement is open. Convenient. Okay. Promising. But no. This is actually a great basement. But no jack. Like, I have no idea what's the price of yarn, to be honest. And like you guys are equally providing me company, so I think it's a fair exchange. And you know, as long as you find it entertaining, it's a win for me, so that's great. Yeah, okay, Jack. I like out of all the things that I would consider hard to find, Jack wouldn't be very high on my list, actually. It would be very low on the list, to be honest. But that's okay. There is a non-zero chance that a freaking racetrack where cars are racing, somebody might have some equipment to work on cars. Sounds about right, does it? Irvington Speedway. We made it! And yeah, as expected. Plenty of racing fans. Okay, cool. I'm gonna log off now, guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up. 3 hours 15 minutes. One of my longer streams, actually. It was fun. A lot of fun. Let me just park the car nicely. There it is. I'm gonna park the car. So I'm gonna be wrapping up for today. I'm back Thursday. Am I? Yeah, I'm definitely back Thursday. Nothing planned here. So I'm back Thursday. We pick up where we left off. The plan is gonna be simple. Find a race car, switch to a race car, and burn some stuff down and head to Akron, all things considered. So appreciate all the activity in the chat. You guys made my evening. I had tons of fun. I hope you did too. I'll see you around. Take care, guys.